So, where I live, the temperatures are hitting triple digits already. And that kind of tells me that hell is right around, summer is right around the corner. And when it comes to summer being this hot, you definitely want to wear something that's kind of refreshing or has a cooling vibe about it, or at least makes you feel like you're by the beach or somewhere close by water. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And today I'm going to do my top 10 niche fragrances for summer. Now, before I start doing my top 10 niche fragrances for summer, I would like to say that some of the fragrances on this list, they've been sponsored by Fragrance Online Shop. Legitimate and well-respected seller for a lot of niche fragrances and fantastic prices as well. Now, their website, as we speak, is under construction, but you guys can still get a hold of him by joining his Facebook group. I will put the link below in my description. Please definitely check him out. They're called Fragrance Online Shop. Again, great service, great packaging, and fast delivery. All right, with that being said, let's start with my top 10 niche fragrances for summer. Now, I do have one honorable mention. I know if I don't mention this one, a lot of people are gonna be pissed off. They're gonna be, how can you do your top 10 niche fragrances for summer and not include this one? Because everybody loves this fragrance. And my honorable mention, it's going to be Creed Aventus. Now, I don't think this guy needs any introduction at all. It is a classic, timeless type of a fragrance. It is citrusy, juicy pineapple, very woody, and musky at the same time. Man, it's just sex in a bottle. It's gorgeous. And it gets a lot of compliments from the ladies and gentlemen as well. At my number 10, it's going to be another classic and timeless fragrance from the same house. You guys probably already know which fragrance I'm talking about. Yes, it's going to be Green Irish Tweed. Now, this one is the signature scent of a lot of movie stars and actors. You got Tom Hanks wearing this fragrance, you have Clint Eastwood, and you have George Clooney rocking this. Now, that's because of its rich, fresh, unforgettable DNA that a lot of companies try to imitate, clone, or at least do their own version of it. And you get from Green Irish Tweed, you basically get a very citrusy, powdery, ozonic, very woody, and also aquatic at the same time. So that's why it's such a beautiful, great fragrance for summertime. Now, the notes that come to my mind right off the bat, you get that beautiful lemon verbena in here, and you also get one of my favorite notes. You get iris in here, you get violet leaf in here, and you get that natural ambergris in here that makes it very manly and musky at the same time. So besides being great for summer, it can be definitely a signature scent, and it can be worn all year round, any occasion and any events. At my number 10, Green Irish Tweed by Creed. At my number 9, it's going to be Hacivat Vou Nishane. Now, Hacivat is a tribute to elegance, competence, and love of art. Now, some say that this is very close to Creed Aventus with an uber monstrous performance and projection. Now, I don't know about this being like Creed Aventus, it's completely different, but it definitely has that uber monstrous projection and performance. That's definitely for sure. Now, to me, it is a citrusy, woody, fruity, semi-sweet, and earthy type of a scent that is definitely under the same category as Creed Aventus, but to me, it's a completely different type of fragrance. Mossy accordion here, that earthiness mixed with citrus makes it very, very grown up and also very classy at the same time. Now, Hacivat opens up with a very strong lemony citrus and juicy pineapple. And I think the juicy pineapple reminds people on Creed Aventus. It has lots of ambroxan too. Now, very bright and uplifting opening, but can be cloying at the same time. So I would definitely spray this below the neck area or on your wrist or by your arms. Once I got it, I sprayed a lot of it and it was right by my neck and it kind of started choking me. And it just kept going and going. So it's a very strong fragrance. Be careful, one spray would be enough with this. The green oak moss and woody notes are sitting quietly in the background, giving this fragrance an earthy, mossy feel on the dry down. It's a gorgeous fragrance. Definitely try it out. At my number 9, Hacivat Vou Nishane. At my number 8, it's going to be Casa Azzurra by Tom Ford. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, hey, this is private blend. It's a high designer. Fragrance is not niche, but to me, again, I'm not going to fight over it. It feels like a niche fragrance to me, at least the quality of it and the type of a scent. It's very unique. It's not very mass appealing. So it falls under the niche type of a category for me, at least as far as the smell of the scent goes. Now, Casa Azzurra is a vacation in a bottle. This is a woody, aromatic, salty, marine, fresh, spicy, and citrusy summer scent. Some of the notes in here that you get, it's gorgeous. You get driftwood, you get seaweed, you get citrus, you get vetiver, you get oak, you get juniper, and you get, interestingly, for a summer fragrance, you get some oud in here. And don't let that oud scare you away, because the oud has been done to perfection in here and makes it so unique and such an interesting scent for summertime. As I mentioned earlier, Casa Azzurra is like a vacation in a bottle. This reminds me of those moments during summer when I went to the beach or a desert island. It reminds me of Hawaii or Cancun or Tulum or some exotic island somewhere in Italy. It just has that type of vibe about it. It kind of gives me the image of seaweed, salty water, wet rocks, sunshine, expensive yachts, and beautiful girls getting tan all over the place. It has that type of a vibe about it. It's very aquatic. It's definitely a very underrated one from Tom Ford. And yeah, it's at my number 8. Casa Azzurra by Tom Ford. At number 7, I have a very interesting house called Rook Perfumes. And I discovered them just recently on Instagram. And I'm so glad that I did, because they're such an interesting house. And when it comes to definition of niche, Rook Perfumes definitely check marks that. And because of that, I had to cheat and select 2 for my number 7. So I'm going to be talking about Forrest and Undergrowth. So the first one, it's going to be Forrest 2020 edition. This is a very woody, watery cypress and piney type of a scent. God, it's so organic smelling. It smells like a green, lush, alive, wet, and moist forest with mineral water running right through it. It smells like that. You can smell the moist earth, like the damp earth, like it's been just rained on. It's that realistic. It's just very organic, very relaxing actually. I think it's such a great fragrance for summer because it also has a relaxing vibe about it. It's very unique. I never smelled anything like this before. And again, a lot of people say, I don't want to smell like a forest, but trust me, you have to try to understand, because it's not like that. It's actually very mass appealing. It gets a lot of compliments because it has that uplifting and kind of a relaxing vibe about it that I love. So that's Forrest 2020 edition. The next one from Rook Perfumes is going to be Undergrowth 2020 edition. Now this one kind of falls under the same category as the previous one. They both are so wonderful for summer. Now this one, God, this sprayer is so great too. This is the most organic and realistic fresh mint I have ever smelled. In a good way again. It just has that, again, relaxing, uplifting vibe about it. It smells like, it exactly smells like pulling up mint from damp earth. That's what it smells like. And as it settles on your skin, it transforms into wet grass with some soil tincture here and there, some basil, and orange patchouli. So that's what you're gonna get with Undergrowth 2020 edition. A beautiful fragrance, very natural smelling, very organic, very photorealistic, or I should say scent realistic type of a fragrance. So definitely check him out, Rook Perfumes. You can also find him on Instagram. great fragrances at my number 7, Rook Perfumes Undergrowth and Forrest, the 2020 edition. All right, the list is gonna keep getting better and better. At my number 6 is going to be Aqua Celestia Forte by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. How can I do a top 10 list without having anything from Maison Francis Kurkdjian for making the most potent fragrances on the planet? Now, Aqua Celestia Forte, this is more pronounced version of Aqua Celestia, or I should probably say this is Aqua Celestia on steroids. This is so good. This sunny, energizing freshness has a big dose of petitgrain from Italy and Jasmin, my favorite from Egypt. It's very bright, crisp, citrusy, green, floral, white flower type of a fragrance. So now, a lot of people, when it comes to white floral and citrusy fragrances, they always complain about the performance and longevity of it. When you wear your white outfit in summer, you definitely want to wear something that's white floral and has citrusy vibe about it. And it usually lasts about 30 minutes to an hour if you're lucky. Well, this is the answer to that. If you're looking for something that lasts all day long till you take a shower or wash your clothes, Aqua Celestia Forte is definitely for that. This guy will last all day long, and you don't need a lot of sprays. You just probably need one, maximum at the most 2 sprays. And I would definitely spray this below the neck as well, because this is just like Hacivat, very strong, and it can get cloying sometimes as well. So this is probably one of the longest lasting floral and citrus fragrances on the market right now. I mean, I haven't came across any other fragrance that would last as long as this one. I mean, like I said, this one keeps going and going. At my number 6, Aqua Celestia Forte by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. All right, at my number 5, you're all gonna be like, are you serious? You're gonna put this in your summer fragrances? Yes, I am. Oud Saphir by Atelier Cologne. This is the alternative to Tuscan leather if you wanna wear something leathery during summertime. You see, this is a gorgeous modern delight, a smooth, sophisticated stunner that combines bright, fresh cologne elements with a wonderfully soft, rich raspberry, pink pepper, suede leather, and oud accord that feels both elegant and also easy to wear at the same time. Oud Saphir is surprisingly very fresh, fruity smelling, but smoky, bold, and unique at the same time. That's why I would only suggest this for nighttime events. If you're going somewhere during summertime and you want to have that very classy and elegant type of a vibe about you, and you want to have a little bit of that leather mysteriousness, but then also fruity and fresh at the same time, I would say Oud Saphir by Atelier Cologne at my number 5. Now, the next one is a masterpiece when it comes to summer fragrances. At my number 4, it's going to be Elysium pour Homme Parfum Cologne by Roger Parfum, and the nose behind this fragrance is the master himself, Rajadav. Now, this one, as I said, is a true masterpiece for summertime. This is an aromatic fougere fragrance that is very citrusy, it's very aromatic, it's woody, it's fresh spicy, and it has that beautiful pencil shaving dry down that I literally fell in love for when I got this fragrance. So this one to me is definitely the king because it's just such a beautiful fragrance. It's so versatile. It has such an amazing DNA. And again, it's so refreshing and it's so uplifting for summer at the same time. At my number 4, Elysium pour Homme by Rajadav. Are you with me so far? Because at my number 3, it's going to be a shocker. If you all know me from my channel, I usually talk about a lot of animalic fragrances. And if I'm going to be talking about this one, you're definitely going to be shocked. But trust me, to me, it took me a long time to find this fragrance because I've been looking for this note, because this is one of my favorite floral notes when it comes to floral fragrances. And it took me a while to sample a lot of different fragrances that have this type of a note in it, but to find that perfect balance and the perfect creation that I was looking for, that at least it is perfect and masterpiece to my nose. So at number 3, it's going to be Jasmin by Perris Monte Carlo. One of my favorite notes is Jasmin, and this one is probably the most realistic, or I should say the most photorealistic or scent realistic type of a jasmine scent that you can put your nose on. It just smells so organic, so real. It is beautiful. When I finally found this and I tested it, I was like, finally, I found something that it truly smells like the actual flower jasmine. So this one is very unisex. It's definitely floral, but it's perfect. It's has that floral and earthiness to it at the same time. And that's what I was looking for, because a lot of jasmine fragrances, they can be kind of heady and they can be too sweet, or they can be too synthetic smelling. And this one definitely does not have any of those. It's very organic, it's very authentic smelling. I mean, when I spray this, first of all, this sprayer is so great. When I spray this, if anyone would walk inside the house right now, they would probably think that I have a bouquet of jasmine laying somewhere around the house. It's that authentic smelling. It's that beautiful. So this is a beautiful unisex floral scent, perfect for romantic summer nights. When I smell this, I imagine ladies or gentlemen to wear all white from head to toe. This would be a perfect scent for date night. If you're going on a date, or if you're meeting someone for the first time for a date and you guys are going to be taking a romantic walk by the beach or somewhere romantic, I would definitely spray this on, either if you're a guy or a girl, because again, it has a white floral vibe to it, but at the same time, it's very earthy and musky. So that's why it's so unisex. It's very creamy, fresh, and Jesus, organic smelling at the same time. Very authentic, gorgeous jasmine. But my number 3, it's going to be Jasmin by Perris Monte Carlo. Definitely give it a try. Amazing, beautiful jasmine. Man, this is getting better and better. The next one is going to be another true masterpiece. At my number 2, it's going to be Soleil de Jeddah by Stefan Humbert Lucas, House of 777. Now, this is so good. Like, I need to get a backup bottle of this. This is so good. This is a sun-drenched, bright citrus floral that gradually evolves to reveal hidden depths of Russian leather, Madagascar vanilla, buttery iris, and earthy amber. Just imagine all those beautiful chords. That's what you get from this. I mean, it's just a perfection in a bottle, and it's so good for summertime. It's so refreshing and almost gourmand-like. So it's a true elegance in a bottle. And I cannot stop sniffing this. This is that good. It's so addictive. This is like one of those scents that when I spray it, I have to keep going back. Like, people are like, what is this crazy guy doing? Like, constantly I have to go back and smell. It's that good. The lemon in here is so tart, juicy, and kind of borderline gourmand-like, as I mentioned earlier. The pillow soft Roman chamomile and an exquisite osmanthus with amber, so mouth-wateringly jammy, but not cloying at all. It's just an elegance in a bottle. It's beautiful, and it's a perfect scent for summertime. So if you guys haven't tried this, definitely give it a try. At my number 2, Soleil de Jeddah by Stefan Humbert Lucas, House of 777, a masterpiece. All right, we finally get to my number 1, and I wonder what you guys think it's going to be at my number 1. Now, this one is going to be the king, or I should say the queen, of all the iris fragrances that are on the market right now. And no, it's not going to be your Homme Cologne or the Parfum version or the Intense version. None of those ones are gonna even come close to this one as far as how good it smells when it comes to the iris note. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the queen of all the iris fragrances, Panthea Iris by Stefan Humbert Lucas, House of 777. Man, This is the most beautiful iris fragrance that I have ever smelled in my life. This is how your Homme should have been done. This is the most smoothest iris that I have ever smelled, blended to perfection. God, it's so gorgeous, and I get so many compliments with this. Beautiful. This is the most luxurious, freshest, well-balanced, powdery, floral, woody, tobacco. Yes, you heard me right. Tobacco and tart, sweet iris fragrance that you can put your nose on. There's nothing out there that can beat this right now, at least to my nose. It's so, so good. Man, I should have got also another backup bottle of this one. This is just so gorgeous. Every time I put this on, I get compliments left and right, like everyone. And it's such a beautiful unisex fragrance. Again, on the opening, it can be a little bit feminine, but once it settles down after like 10, 20 minutes, it's just a perfect unisex type of a scent. So bergamot, tangerine, jasmine, and that clean musk make the iris so fresh and so tart. And then the tonka bean and tobacco with sandalwood balance out the fragrance and give it a nice, warm, and round volume. It is smoothly blended to perfection. And again, as I said, it's so versatile. You can definitely wear this during the winter time, during fall, any time of the year, it would just work great. So at my number one, Panthea Iris by Stefan Humbert Lucas, House of 777. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so and make sure you hit that notification button. And also I have an Instagram, so if you haven't checked it out, please check that one out as well. And let me know in the comment section if you own any of the fragrances that I mentioned in my top 10 niche fragrances for summer. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon with another video. Peace and ciao.